If you're going to be successful and maximize your success in any seat, you are always going to be in a learning mode. Congratulations, you are on your brand new job, or you're just starting out in your career, and it feels like you're taking in information like you are drinking water out of a fire hose. Here's how I want you to think about that. First, I want you to focus on learning. If you did not ask the question during your interview, give me the profile of a superstar, or when people don't do well here, why don't they do well? If you don't really know what the key success factors are for your role and where the pitfalls are, it's not too late to ask the question. You've just started the job. Maybe you've been on the job a week. Maybe it's been a month. Now you go back to your key stakeholder, i.e. your boss, and say, a question that I didn't ask you when I was interviewing and when I accepted the job is, when you all think about a superstar in this environment, give me the 3 words that you use to describe them. That's one question. Second question, what does success look like to you in this seat? The person that has this seat, that would be me now. What would you say I have to deliver? What do I have to do? How do I have to show up for you to say, that's an A+ player? I'm trying to figure out what's an A+ player around here. You want to ask those 2 questions and get as much feedback as you can, because understanding what the key success factors are for that seat, now you know what you need to focus on for the next 90 days, acquiring those key skills. Nobody is expecting you to be an expert at the end of 90 days, but you should have a clear picture and you should be on that path of what you need to deliver. Do you need to show that you have a lot of initiative? Do you need to show that you have a good facility with numbers? They don't bother you at all. You know how to not only manipulate numbers, but you know how to understand and read them and create a story from those numbers. Do you have to have excellent communication skills that you can communicate in a pithy, quick way, and the listener will not only understand it and embrace it, but they will act upon that which you said? Whatever those things are, understand those key success factors, and you focus for 90 days on understanding them, being able to deliver them, and be well on the road to perfecting them. Now you are learning, but you're also performing well along the way as you conquer each one of those key success factors. Here's the thing I want you to understand. If you're going to be successful and maximize your success in any seat, you are always going to be in a learning mode, because things are always changing. So you want to get comfortable with that you have a level of expertise, but you keep enough, what I like to call, open space where you can acquire new skills. When you think about it, finance has changed a lot. When I first started, we were using Lotus and then Excel, and there were things that you had to look up, and there were certain resources that don't even exist today because it's all at your fingertips, right on your phone. You don't need the kind of hardware and apparatus and resources that we needed 20 years ago. So how do you leverage the fact that that information is literally at your fingertips? What other value can you bring on top of that? Now you're thinking about how to take your performance higher with what you have learned. So remember, you've just started. Learn, master as much as you can to show exemplary performance. Learning and performance, not mutually exclusive. In fact, they go hand in hand to produce your success. Go get them.